taking cycling in Africa to a whole new level. MTN Qhubeka will, later this year, compete on the Tour de France. It will be the first time a 100% African team will take part in cycling's premier event.
Firstly, I was speechless because it's something that we've been working 10 years for, and every cyclist, it's their boyhood dream to race the biggest race in the world, and the Tour de France is that. So, to give our riders and the African riders an opportunity to be able to participate in that event does build the bridge for them, from racing in their own countries and in South Africa, and then now to be able to participate in the biggest race in the world, makes it real. Their dreams are becoming a reality, and I think once we've participated in the tour, I think it'll help a lot more riders coming from the African continent and from South Africa, to want to work hard to get to their, to that level and know that it's possible.
But just how African will the team be? Doug Ryder is the founder. Initially, he had hoped 70% of the riders would be African. But he needs to juggle that factor with the requirement to achieve.
How many African and South African riders will we have in the Tour de France? So I'm hoping we can have 5 and 4 Europeans. But we have to perform well, because if we don't perform well, then they might not invite us back. So, we have to look at the sustainability of the project, and I think there will be a significant amount of African riders in the race, and I know that they'll be there on merit, and they'll perform really well and give us that longevity, hopefully, in the Tour de France for 2 to 3 years, that we'll be invited back because they really want us to be there because we've made a difference.
Added to the elite element, the Qhubeka part gives bicycles to children in Africa, helping them to become more independent and more able to attend school. What is clear is that this development is a significant boost for elite cycling in Africa. It opens up new opportunities and gives the riders further motivation.
It helps motivate us to work even harder, or work extra hard in training, Well, we all know that in order to be good, you have to put that little extra, So, yeah, we really motivated. We in training, everyone is really inspired by all the guys that ride in the MTN Qhubeka.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy actually. Everything has just stepped up 1 or 2 or 3 levels. I mean, you can really see the vibe in the team. Everyone's super motivated and working together. So, yeah, it's actually a really, really nice environment.
So what exactly can we expect from the team? This time round, the aim is to target stage wins and possibly hold the leader's jersey, at least for a short time. But longer term, the ambition is there to compete for the very top honours.
The endurance gene in Africa is, if you've seen it in endurance running, it's there, it's significant. We've seen it in our riders. Look at Chris Froome. I mean, he's born in Kenya, he's won the Tour de France. The talent and the potential is there. And I'm hoping in the next 3 to 5 years we'll have, with the investment that we've got in the races that we're doing, I'm hoping in the next 3 to 5 years we'll have an African rider on the top step of the podium of a Grand Tour and maybe the Tour de France.
MTN Qhubeka will be one of the stories of this year's Tour de France, but their aspirations go far beyond the next few months. Dan Williams, CCTV, Nelspruit, South Africa.